You know, it's probably another inaccurate observation of mine, but what game started the norm of 3 files in your save system being a pretty good number to stop on? Like Zelda, right? Like Zelda 1 had 3 files. And like, you know, most games, I think, if they have a save system, at least you've got to have at least 3 files, right? Like anything under that would be like weird. Like, oh, you're being kind of stingy, aren't you, game? Only giving me 3 files? That's not a lot. Or only giving me like 2 files? That's not a lot to work with. But like 3 is a good number if you can't do any more than that. Unless we're talking about Majora's Mask, because that game conspicuously has 2 files. Though the Japanese version had 3 files, I believe. But when they added the owl save thing, I guess there wasn't enough juice, so the 3rd file had to go. I was just thinking about, like who made up that rule? That it had to be 3. Like, isn't it just interesting how, like, in all art, in like all aspects of life, like all it seems that anyone is doing is just like copying other people, because it's like scary to like find your own way and decide what's right. So like if someone else successful out there went and made a game that like turned out pretty good with like 3 files in its file select, like you should copy that too, right? Because like, you know, the good game did it, so like it's a good idea, right? If that game did it, if that piece of art did it. I don't know, just something I was thinking about. I think most games actually have more than 3 files. It's just that 3 is like the bare minimum. Like, I think even Sonic 3 on the Genesis had more than 3. And fucking Resident Evils, they got more than 3. Oh, I already did it. Cool. Yeah, okay, so we're running out of side content to do in OOT, and yeah, that's my mood right now. That expression Link just had on his face. That, we're really doing this? Yeah, we are. I just looked at it. What was the fucking song? Oh, man. Oh my god, I'm not even like actually trying, aren't I? Yeah, it's for some reason I always confuse down and A as like the same thing, so I'm so forgetful. Yeah, there we go. There's that Requiem of Spirit. You see, what we're doing right now is only very, like, it's just barely passing the bare minimum to be considered gameplay. What we're doing is, you know, young Link can't really do anything in the adult warp areas, but the game would feel shallow if there was just nothing to do here, right? So, oh, I already did it over here too. I'm such a good boy. You know why? Of course I already did it. You have to come here as a child anyway, so like, this part actually gets a pass for not being a complete fucking waste of time. Because, you know, you're gonna be in the neighborhood anyway, so you might as well plant a bean. But yeah, in most other situations, it's like not really gameplay. It's like just fucking busy work. You having to like travel to a place you normally can't accomplish anything at, just to plant a fucking bean so the game can pretend it has content. Okay, is there anywhere else I'm forgetting about? Is there anything left I should be doing as young Link? Can I like never come back to being a kid again? Like, is there anything left? There's the fucking market and the bomb shoe shop. I have to buy the remaining bomb shoes. No, you don't, Tony. That's just a rule you declared for yourself. You don't have to buy the bomb shoes. Very true. Damn, this lemonade's good. I haven't had fucking lemonade in a while. Whew. Although it could just be water mixed with like sugar, and there could only be like 4% of like actual like lemon juice in there. I could just be drinking bullshit, and I could just be addicted to drinking sugar, and I'm actually just a normie or something. Who knows? Navi's gonna tell me to go to the Nocturne, play the Nocturne of Shadow again, isn't she? Yep. I think I had it confused. Or like maybe I didn't, but like let's clarify it right now. Navi is telling me to play the Nocturne of Shadow as if Shadow Temple is the next intended path. But on the status screen, the Shadow Medallion is the last one, and it's also the last song. So like, yeah, these are just backwards. Like Spirit should be the last one. So I guess technically, I've always like played the game with the intended path. I've always done the Spirit Temple last. At least I think I have. It's a pretty climactic dungeon to end the game on, so I don't know. I wouldn't have it any other way. Damn, that moon is big. You know, the moon, you look up in the sky, and it ain't that big. But, you know, it would look less interesting if it was just like, you know, a tiny speck. So the game is like juicing up the reality a bit so that the moon looks bigger, so the scene is more visually interesting. You ever play Batman Arkham whatever? Yeah, all the games have a shot of the moon in it. The moon is fucking huge. Like, too damn huge. Moon ain't that big. Who are you trying to fool? What I guess I'll just go back to being adult Link, because there's not much I can do right now. Oh, there we go. I played that one. I was thinking about, like, the benefits of, how do I word this? How do I feel about this? In Ocarina of Time 3D, the ocarina songs, when you pull out the flute, they're just always mapped to the bottom of the screen. So you never have to really learn them or remember any part of them at all. You could just look at the bottom of the screen and play them. And I know I'm always forgetful of them anyway, and I end up checking the menu. But like, I don't know, I kind of feel like that's like that if it was done maybe a little differently, like, fuck, how would you do it? I guess I'm trying to say that I almost feel like you could infer, like, meaning out of, like, you having to sort of, like, learn the ocarina songs. Like, you can't just, like, you know, pull out the flute and, like, look at the screen below you and just, like, you know, punch in that code. You have to, like, actually remember it. And as the game goes on, like, you'll play the songs better and better, like, each time. Like, you won't be so forgetful. So it's almost like you're mastering the flute alongside Link. And that's like a cute little connection thing that probably was in no way intentional, but it's like a neat little interpretation thing that was just lost in translation, I suppose, from the... You know, I just played this thing and I was looking it up. I don't need to remember that shit. Yeah, there we go. That's the Bolero Fire, bitch. But yeah, lost in translation from the 64 to the 3D 64. Ain't that cute? And they're trying to prove that their console was, like, relevant by, like, remaking N64 games on it. Like, oh man, you couldn't do this on the original DS. Except they kind of did with Mario 64 DS, but it was kind of jank. You know, like 8-directional movement in Mario 64, the game that was like, yo dude, 8-directional movement is bullshit. Like, the PlayStation sucks. Check out this 360 shit. And it's like, whoa man, this is the future. And then Mario 64 DS is like conforming, like 8 directions, that's all we got. I don't know if I ever did this, so we're doing it now. This is like the weird secret thing that the game created. I guess it's... Why are you here? You're supposed to be over there. Do you at least want to talk to me about this? You can talk to this thing. Why won't it talk to me? Like, you examine him and he says like, whoa, that was some tootin' flutin' or some bullshit, but I guess he's not in the mood right now. Maybe it wasn't truly tootin' flutin' what I just spat out. Okay, so this is like some like new lore the game is spitting out. The Scarecrow at Lake Hylia specifically said, yo, you should go, when you're out adventuring, play the song and my brother will appear. So, I know there's 2 Scarecrows, but he specifically said that only his brother would appear. He didn't say that, you know, he would appear, the original guy. Like, this is Pierre, I assume, and the original Scarecrow guy is like Bunuru or whatever the fuck. Oh, whoops. Oh, nice catch, Link. So, like, are there 2 Bunurus? Or, like, is there a third brother? Like that episode of Full Metal Alchemist where, like, Ed is fighting that one suit of armor guy, much like his brother. Like, he's also a suit of armor. and like it turns out there's two guys. Like one guy's the upper torso, one guy's the lower body, and then Ed's like, "Whoa, is there a third brother I should be worried about?" And it's like a funny joke. You've seen Full Metal Alchemist. Hold on. You see, I'm learning. I've seen Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. I mean, I'm sure the original anime has its warrants, but yeah, you know, I'm more familiar with Brotherhood, even though it's been a hot minute since I watched it. Even though I bought a poster, the last anime convention I went to for it, like claiming that I like the show, but it's like that's like fake fan activity. Like I can't like quote a scene to you, so like I don't know everything about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, so like maybe I shouldn't have bought the poster. I gotta catch up so people don't call me out for being a fake fan. Yo, so what do you think of this gameplay? It's wow, and a gold Scatola. Did you guys catch it? Like on that fucking block over there. Is this thing seriously coming for me? This guy thinks he can take me, hero of time. Like, you fucking real right now? Oh yeah, you better turn around and turn tail and run, as they say. Okay, so we've got a decent number of heart pieces, but you know, my brain, I don't know where the rest of these damn things are. Like, there's 2 more containers, and I'm pretty I don't know if there's any in Ganon's house, so like, I don't know where the fuck the rest of these things are. If there's any locked behind fishing, dude, I really don't want to do that, dude. Fishing and Ocarina of Time? I mean, it's not that bad, but like, I could be doing like anything else with that time. Like, you see me shooting Gways right now? I find this more like gameplay. I find this gameplay more stimulating than like fishing, because like I'm trying to like nail these shots, and it's like shooting those clay pigeons in real life. That's probably tough, right? Oh, hello. So like, you know, this is like a challenge, and it's like satisfying pulling the challenge off. Fishing though, I'm just kind of like waiting around for the nibble, and like, you know, that's relaxing and stuff, but you know, I'm already relaxed. OoT is like pretty like brain light. Like, I'm not using too much of the gamer muscles in my pink brain thing. So, you know, I don't need to be fishing on top of that. Hey, wait a minute, I haven't beaten the Spirit Temple yet, so like, should I go do it right now? I guess so. I'm like in the neighborhood, right? But first, I'm trying to show off the Super Gwei, because like I mentioned before, there's a Super Lever and a Super Stall Child, but there's also a Super a Super Gwei. Why? I don't know. I guess some programmer was bored and felt like throwing in some like silly little secret. Like, oh man, secret boss fight in Ocarina of Time. The Super Gwei. You have to kill 100 of them or so. It's not actually 100, that'd be ridiculous. Or at least I really do hope it's not 100. Because otherwise I'm wait, there it is! Or at least I think that's it. It looks bigger than the usual Gwei's. Is it like flying away from me? Yeah, that thing is fucking huge, dude. I want it to like interact with me. I hope it doesn't like deload when I like start walking away from it or something. I gotta get close to it. It's like that cutie girl who works at like, I don't fucking know, that cute goth GF that works at the GameStop or something. You know, that fantasy. You see it in the distance and you just gotta get closer. Wait. Okay, damn, my god, it's like they just took that, like, that model size, those invisible dials, and, like, cranked them up a bit. And, you know, the image is almost ruined. Like, these textures and these, like, assets weren't made to be viewed in slightly bigger varieties, because it just kind of looks like shit. Like, look at that eye. This dude needs a nap. So here's the Super Gwei. How do you beat it? How much health do you think it has? 1. And it drops a red rupee. That is just like Ocarina of Time. The game creates this little challenge and this fucking like enigma, like weird thing in the game you'd never know about. And the payoff for, like, realizing it exists is $20. Not a good reward. So the only option left is to take satisfaction in the fact that you just know of it at all. Wow, you know, very... Oh, wow. Did the game seriously, like, devise this, like, route with the bean so that I can't hookshot onto the fucking, like, treasure box on the top left there? Because, you know, the game, like, locks you out of going into the child portion of this dungeon. So that's, like, extra cute that they've, like, they've very much child-proofed the left side of the dungeon so that only Kid Link can go there. Even though it's not like the place would fall apart if Adult Link was interacting with the joint, so, like, I don't fucking know. I guess they're just trying to be consistent. Like, only Kid Link over here. Only babies. The red tunic matches the carpet, so I'm gonna wear it. Alright. We're doing Spirit now, I guess. I had this idea where that I would go do, like, the Bigoron Sword shit, or the Shadow Temple, or anything, and do this, like, maybe later, but I guess we're here now. And that sentence took a lot out of me. I'm really thirsty. Give me a minute. Enjoy the music. Nice. Oh, that's some good water. I bet Link wishes he could, you know, quench his thirst right about now with some water. He's in a desert, dude. What if this game was like Metal Gear Survive and like fucking had like had like a hunger meter and like a thirst meter? Like that'd be fucking wild, dude. All right, so the current consensus on the Spirit Temple is that the child half was a decent enough like sequence of events, and you know, that was pretty much all it was. It was like a bunch of linear rooms. I only really got lost the one time when I didn't notice that torch that was like hidden in the corner in that one room with the silver rupees. So, you know, it wasn't really emblematic of, like, you know, my favorite kind of Zelda dungeon design. The thinkers that make you memorize the whole place in your head so that you can, like, make a fucking map of it and be like, yeah, dude, I've lived in the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time. I know that place like my own home. I don't know if this dungeon is like that. But so far, I already have low expectations, because what the hell was that? That wasn't a puzzle or gameplay or anything. I played Zelda's Lullaby, and I get the compass now. Brilliant. At least it wasn't the boss key or something. Okay, here's that quicksand. Is this gonna kill me if I just, like, hang out in it forever? No. Okay. Well, while we're here, let's confirm if you can avoid quicksand sinking with the hover boots on. You can! Don't know if that was intentional programming or what, but, you know, that's kind of cute. Like, giving a little extra usage to the hover boots. What about the iron boots, though? No, you still sinking those. That's wonderful. So, was it intentional then? The hover boots having like a secret benefit? It's really minute, but I appreciate that. Oh man, the enemies are back. Good thing I don't care. I already overcame the challenge once. I don't need to prove myself again. You already saw me do it. Oh, whoa, man. It's a good thing Adult Link is here, because Kid Link couldn't deal with like this shit. This is like some real gameplay we got going on here. Whoa! Another fucking Resident Evil camera angle. That's wild. They did not even need to, like, include that. Like, that doesn't, like, assist me gameplay-wise or anything. Like, what's the game trying to, like... Oh, that boulder's getting pretty close. Whew. That had to be something, like, the people making this room. Like, we're just, like, making the room, and then, like, some guy came into the room, and they're like, yo, you know what would be fucking rad? Like, you walked in there and it was like, whoa, you can get a shot of you getting in there just before the boulder hit you. Like, wouldn't that be like the edge of your seat goosebumps giving it like entertainment? Like, you should put that in the game. And then the guys were like, Sure, we weren't gonna do that, but alright. Like, 'cause it's, what's the point? I think you're supposed to play Song of Time, and then you can climb this thing and get the rupee this way, but, you know, isn't it more fun to, like, have more than one solution to a problem? I'm assuming that's what had to happen, because I doubt the hover boots are required for this dungeon. Pretty sure they ain't. So, let's confirm this. Gaming mystery. Damn, everyone's here, huh? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, they do it for every hole, do they? The boulders bounce when you hit them. Oh my god, I could do that for the rest of the video. I couldn't actually. Damn, I'm really fucking thirsty, dude. This lemonade must be like government infused to make you thirstier, so you buy more of it. Or some shit, because like I've never felt thirstier in the past 24 hours. It's a powerful drink. I hope you don't mind the silence. You know, me just taking a swig every now and again. Isn't it immersive though? Like I'm a real person, not constantly trying to entertain you or anything. Are you fucking real? There's 2 Scatolas in here? Okay, good. I was really worried for a moment there. So the game was just giving me a shot of, like, you know, the Scatola where the Song of Time block was going to end up. Ah! Why did I react in such a way? I guess it was just, like, an innate fear of, like, scary monster, like, dropping from the ceiling. I mean, even so, like aren't that scary. Maybe it's, like, the ramifications of, like, damn, I could have lost, like, my cool-ass tunic or my shield or something. Like, that's a little scary. Like, things killing you in Resident Evil are only scary because there's, like, prospect of things that could be lost. So, like, I guess likes are a little scary, after all. And, yo, could I farm on this thing for the rest of my life? Wow, I could just kill these things and it's, like, the same value of, like, if I were to fight the Super Gwei. Wild. The balance has been destroyed, and yeah, I just wanted to, like, you know, isn't it cute how, like, the boulders are, like, in the air, like, for a frame? You know, that's some gameplay. Like, there's a frame that's a frame that should have been skipped. They should have been on the ground instantly, but you know, I guess they just let it slide, because who's gonna notice that shit? Like how that fucking the panic cake guy, I don't know how to say his name, you know, the Mario 64 scientist dude. You know, Parallel Universes guy, the fucking math wizard, knows everything about Mario 64. He recently posted a video that revealed like something I never noticed, but you know, obviously it's in the game. Knowing these developers, you know, the N64 Nintendo guys, they did shit like this all the time. The question mark blocks that have like the caps and stuff in them, you'd think it would be like they'd be a consistent height off the ground, but they're all like different. Like none of them are the same. It's fucking rich. Like damn. Oh yo. Wait, what's this sound effect? Are there enemies afoot? Oh my. Ooh man. What gameplay. The lens of truth too. Making me bust out all my tools here. Man, my gamer brain, it's hurting, guys. I'm being asked too many things. Although this is kind of cool. Like, we're like building up to the eventual reveal of the mirror shield. Because this kind of sucks. Me having to push this thing to like shoot the light. Like, damn. I wish I had a reflective surface that I could use to just instantly do this without having to rely on this stupid thing. And then like a few rooms later, the dungeon's gonna like have my back and be like, you rang. Oh yeah, right, go ahead and try. You know, I'm just gonna leave this guy alone. Why do it? You know, I don't have to kill everyone. Like, I doubt like this thing's like even like aware of what's going on right now. It's probably like a fucking fish, and it's just a bunch of nerves. That's a bold assumption of me, though. Like, fishes could be thinking about a lot of things, and I could just, like, be ignorant. Like, I could just be assuming that I'm just so much smarter than a fish, because I can't comprehend what fishes think. So, wow, real fucking funny, dude. I thought I was gonna get a prize, but my expectations were betrayed and I was punished for it. Damn, the game got me good. Oh man, the game did it again. I thought it was a pushable object, but little did I know. That is kind of funny, actually. You know, the expectation was that I could literally push it, because, you know, in the child half, I could. But now it's like, whoa, man. Things are a little more difficult when you're a grown-up. The things you thought were pushable objects might come alive and try to kill you one day. You gotta be careful. Alright, so what the fuck is the game asking me to do right now? I can jump down, so I will. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is this ledge programmed so that I don't jump off of it? Wow, well, so they do exist in 1.0. I thought it was like like an OOT revision thing where they eventually realized that would be a good idea. Because remember the holes? Like, you know, the holes that lead to like the grottos and shit? Like, you auto jump over those, because that's just how the game is programmed. You jump over ledges. But for this ledge, it's seemingly a unique ledge that doesn't have the properties that, like, call the auto jump function or what have you. That just... Wait, what about these ones? No, that's a normal ledge. Maybe it has to do with, like, the ground below you. But the fact that the foundations for, like, this happening are in the game at all, but not used all throughout it, is just like, wow, that is so OOT. But yeah, I really do wonder if this was, like, just one of the last places made in the game. Because, like, that's a good idea. That should be everywhere in the game, but it's not, because it's, like, a late game thing they thought of. And same with the staircases that are in this dungeon. They look better than the staircases that were earlier in the dungeon. So it's just like, you know, I guess they learned a few new tricks before development ended. Oh man, I'm feeling the thirst again. The fake sugar lemon waters tainted me good. I shit on soda, but, you know, I could be just as brainwashed right now. I get so mad when I see people, like, wake up in the morning and they drink a soda as, like, the first thing they fucking drink. Like, are you kidding me, dude? How is that gonna fucking, like, quench your thirst? You're deluding yourselves. Get real. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm such an asshole. Okay, what's going on right now? We're being... Oh. Wait, can I just make that jump? I probably could have made that just with a jump, though, so that's kind of cool, though. Okay, I'll let that slide. I kind of like that, because I had to realize that, you know, the Triforce was in its hand, and I know, from hours of playing the game, that Triforce equals Zelda's Lullaby. So, you know, maybe them putting a Zelda's Lullaby thing at the beginning of the dungeon was, like, warranted, because, you know, it refreshed my memory that that is a feature in the game. By the way, I think you can hookshot their nipples. Yeah, you can. Some developer was just having a fucking field day, like, yo, dude, these fucking jagged polygons, they're pretty pointy. Wouldn't it be funny if we... And their hitboxes, they hurt you. They hurt you. The nipples inflict damage. How much damage? I want to see that. Because it's like, maybe it's like a metaphor. Like, watch out for those ladies. They'll deal a quarter heart worth of damage if you get too close to them without, you know, setting the scene up first. You can't. Okay, I guess you gotta hit it from the right angle or some shit. That's not surprising. Again, very like OOT, but like, you know, good life lessons taught to me by OOT. Like, don't Don't go for the goods on first contact with a giant woman. You gotta like build up to that shit, or don't do it at all. That works too. It's just so tempting, right? Like, it's like, what's a good metaphor for like the apple? You know, that Garden of Eden thing. What am I trying to say? Are we actually just horny on main? That didn't even- it does 0 damage, so like what is OoT really trying to say? Like, you might get slapped, but it doesn't actually hurt you? Like, oh, they don't mean it. Keep doing it. What the fuck? I don't know if that's in later versions of the game. I think I remember like reading on a wiki somewhere that it got taken out, but like, oh god, I gotta ask Jay about that. Maybe he'd know. I hope he doesn't know. That'd be really funny if like this random obscure like thing in OoT that I know about that he doesn't know about. Like, what? You can hookshot the nipples, Tony? I never knew that. OoT's my game and you knew something about it that I didn't. Wow, Tony. You fucking rocked my world, bro. You're my friend. And then it'll be like, wow, Jay. Really? Like, can you imagine such a scenario happening in my life? It gives me shivers. I just opened a door, but like, which one was it? Wait, what happens if I hit the switch then? There's like, there's 2 ways to open this door, right? Oh, no. There are 2 different doors. Okay, might be. I'm gonna try and clear all the bottom layer rooms first, because I assume that how this dungeon works is that like, you clear the bottom, and then like, the grand finale is at the top. Because, like, that just makes sense, right? Like, or, fuck, I don't know. It could go either way. Oh my god, what fucking gameplay. I pushed 1 and now I have to push another. I'm really using all of my gamer intellect to overcome this. 1 more? No? Wow, that was the whole room, huh? That was all you had? Okay. Okay. Oh man, I don't want to... Wait, is that... a fucking shortcut to the beginning of the dungeon? Yo, and it has its own camera angle! Oh. I'm tempted to like stand underneath this thing and let it void me out, but it would void me out, dude. I know how this game fucking works. I go to dinner with Ocarina of Time. I know what they think. Most of the time. You know, sometimes I'm hanging out with OoT and they reveal something to me I never knew about. And then it's like, whoa, do tell. And it's like, I keep using this like comparison, but it's like just like hanging out with your best friend or the one you love. There's always something new to learn. Ain't that endearing? And yeah, here's the better, the fabled better OoT staircases that are only in this dungeon, and probably Ganon's also. The Forest Temple doesn't have good-looking staircases, but this place does. Even though it's a very short room, it's a good-looking staircase. Oh, yo. Oh man, double Anubises? Wait. Make it triple. Ooh. Okay, so I can just Din's fire all of these guys and like toast them and like immediately, and like not even make it a fight. But like, what does the game like actually want me to do to like solve this puzzle? Let's find out. Excuse me, you're in my way? Please. Okay, so you have to maneuver so they fly into it. Okay. If I can't figure this out, yeah, I will just cheese it with Din's fire, but like, let's see what OoT wants of me. There's probably just a specific spot I could just stand on and... Yeah, there we go. That's 2. Or just 1, rather. It looked like 2. Okay, this is getting on my nerves a little bit, having to hit the switch. But I guess it's like a just punishment for me not like nailing it right away. Like, I'm not putting as much thought into this as I probably could. So, you know, I am punished by being forced to waste like a second of my time or some shit. Our roots are pretty good here. What could that possibly mean down there? Is there a fucking Song of Time thing? No, right? I don't want there to be. Ah! Wait. Okay, wait. So the intended gameplay there was that I was supposed to, like, walk in this empty space so the Anubis would, like, hit the fire. But if I didn't have the hover shoes, I had to do that. That kind of taints my image of this room a bit, because I hate the Song of Time blocks. They are very much not gameplay. And it's just like... It's just pissing me off because the Song of Time is like so cool and meaningful. Maybe it shouldn't piss me off because it's like a learning thing. Like the Song of Time was like so lame in this game. Like it started all cool, like opening the door of time, and they could have just left it at that. Like that could have been its own use, its whole use, and I wouldn't have cared because it was just cool opening the door with this legendary song, man. But like they keep trying to like bring it back into the game with like some fucking bullshit, and it's like it's making me hate it more and more. But then Majora's Mask came around, and it's like, dude, what if the Song of Time was, like, really meaningful, and, like, now you think it's the coolest shit ever? Like, that's pretty cool. Okay, wait, what is this? Yo, wait, do I have to Yo, that was, like, some fucking gameplay back there. Like, I had to, like, get the guy to walk on there. Like, wow. Oh, wait. Shit. This is, like... almost the end of the dungeon, isn't it? It might not actually be. I don't think this is Nabooru. Yeah. You know, obviously a thing I should have noticed, but like, I think the intent of the Iron Knuckles is that, they're not all supposed to be like Nabooru, like, or like, the model for, a character that looks like Nabooru being under the Iron Knuckle is perhaps maybe not just supposed to represent, only Nabooru is under the Iron Knuckles. Or, like, underneath the armor for the Iron Knuckles, because he was brainwashed. But, like, you could, like, infer that the fucking, like, the milk mommies of Ganondorf, like, have been kidnapping, like, a lot of Gerudos. And it's just, like, there's a bunch of Gerudos that are forced to be Iron Knuckles, and it's, like, yeah, that's kind of, that's interesting lore. Like, how many people's lives have been, like, stolen because they've been brainwashed and forced to become these puppets of the villainous Ganondorf Dragmar. Keeps me up at night. Like, what an asshole. Him and his milk mommies. Oh, wait, I can't do anything in this room yet because you need the mirror shield. So I'm about to get it, though, right? So, wait, does this guy just, like, stop moving, like, when... Yeah, he does. He, like, tries his best to stay in place once he realizes he's on the Switch, because he remembers, oh, there's an 8-year-old playing Ocarina of Time right now. This is what I should be doing to let them win, you know? Like, when your dad, like, lets you beat him at a game of football or something. I don't fucking know. The lemonade just instantly, like, it's too powerful and I have to take a drink of water anyway. So, yeah, this place is like, oh yeah, this is literally it. This place feels really short. I guess because they've like cut it in half, the whole like adult half and kid half thing. And I guess that gimmick alone is supposed to warrant its simplicity, which I guess I'll let slide. And yeah, here's the mirror shield. The shield's polished surface can reflect light or energy. And yeah, the question is irrefutable. There's no reason to wear the Hylian shield anymore. You just put on the mirror shield and bam. The best shield in the game. But for a game as simple as OoT, you know, that's probably, like, well and good enough for, like, you know, that's fine. Like, who cares? Like, OoT is not really about balance and, like, you know, oh man, maybe there's, like, benefits to this thing or that thing. Like, no, at the end of the day, like, you know, we're a pretty basic system we've got going on here. So sometimes a flat upgrade just feels good, you know? And there's treasure in here, so says my compass. Where? Oh man, I'm not gonna say this better be good, because, like, I take it back. What happens if you just, oh yeah, they're solid. Again, just like OoT, the game is trying to give me like some kind of reward to like prep me up for the Iron Knuckle fight. So it gives me 2 hearts. The Iron Knuckle deals like 4 in 1 hit. So like potentially these wouldn't even matter. If I came in here with 1 heart and picked those up, I would still get 1 shot. So like, you know, thanks thanks OoT. Couldn't you give me like a fucking like a yacht or something? Like, give me a break here. And yeah, here's the mirror shield. It reflects a very flatly colored little image there. It's a solid yellow. Doesn't have any more colors to it. Makes me appreciate the mirror shield in MM and Wind Waker even more because it's not just so flat looking. But, you know, greatness comes from humble beginnings, and there's no point like doing the whole rigmarole where you're like, wow, I can't believe people thought this was good. Cause like, bitch, like I can't believe people thought you were good. Like you'll just keep getting better. You gotta respect your elders. As long as they're not like racist and like fundamentally they were never really that cool, you just kind of were ignorant to it. Like OOT's not that kind of elder. It's like, you know, it's a little rough around the edges, but like, you know, it had the brain, like, for the time, and it did the best with, like, you know, what was, like, capable of it in the time, I guess. Because, like, they made Mario 64, but that game was, like, straightforward, pretty much. There was just, like, one kind of collectible, not too much to, like, worry about in terms of, like, oh, what the fuck was that? So if you're just, like, misaligned, it kicks you off. Okay. Can I just hookshot these? That'd be, like, really sweet. Oh wait, hold on. We've got like some kind of rotation thing going on, or it's like a Rubik's Cube. Nope. I for some reason I have this image in my head of like people skipping this shit though. Oh wait, they probably do some weird like fucking bomb jump or some nonsense. Oh my god. Is this what it feels like to like go rock climbing? Like shit just fucking hurts. I feel like I was saying something potent, but I got interrupted by that spider. Hey, you get the gist. OOT is like kind of shitty sometimes, but you know, you gotta. So like the game's answer to me, like there being no programming for you climbing on a moving object, is to just like kick me off. Okay, you know that is something I would do if I was like asked to program this in like 5 minutes. So like I get it, OOT. That's fine. I get it, but I'm getting a little annoyed at it, so, you know, let's wrap this up. Okay, I say that, but I don't even proceed to, like, try. Okay, we've got to try. Okay. Hold on, we gotta play the gameplay of stand in place and wait for it, because that's my punishment for failure, which is fair, I guess, but, like, damn, bro. It's funny to think that this is like one of the most challenging things in the game, right? Like overcoming this room. It kind of makes me wish the obstacle courses were like more ridiculous, because like, you know, most of them, oh my god, I can't really stand still because like my stick is like so sensitive. Like I let it go and he still moves up a little bit. I have to like hold back on it or some shit. Again, I forgot what I was saying. Oh wait, no, yeah, I remembered. Yeah, I wish, you know, like, whenever you're asked to, like, fight, or, like, you know, do a puzzle, it's always, like, just, like, not that good. Like, the highlights are just, like, remembering, like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my god. Yeah, the highlights of, like, this game are just, like, remembering the dungeon in your head, and, like, you know, just, oh, man, I know where that room is, time to go there, you know, like, painting the whole picture. But, like, the actual things you're doing in those rooms are never too remarkable. Except, like, now, when there's, like, some, like, puzzle or, like, some gameplay going on. Because most of the time, it's just, like, I'm put in a room and I have to fight, like, one guy or some shit, and it's, like, you know, it's always pretty unremarkable. But, like, you know, I guess sometimes they had good ideas. Like, most of them, again, the Forest Temple, just more and more, I'm thinking, was, like, the best dungeon in the game. Because, like, there never really was a moment where I was like, wow, this sucks. Like, pushing like, big-ass stone blocks. Okay, never mind. That did happen in the Forest Temple. But it was, like, almost a puzzle, because you had to push them in the right spot. me pushing the blocks in this dungeon was not gameplay. It was just like push it forward, and that's the solution. No wiggle room for big brain plays or overcoming some kind of challenge. It's just fucking what you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves unremarkable gameplay. I'm an Ocarina of Time shill. I see. But you know, I can't let you have that opinion. You should really play Majora's Mask. What do you think of that little performance there? That was me taking the iconic moment from SA2, but like, you know, rewording the dialogue so that it sounded like two people talking about like what's the best Zelda game. Ain't that funny? I don't know. Sometimes it is. Like I saw a screenshot earlier today where like it was like some video, and the video was called like Steven Universe's future is getting hard to watch. And I took a picture of like the video thumbnail and title and like added a descriptor saying like, me when I'm watching Steven Universe, but the rubber bands are slowly collapsing my TV, preventing me from watching the show if the TV breaks. And that's the real reason Steven Universe is getting difficult to watch. As it's an otherwise ridiculous sounding thumbnail. Like, I didn't actually click on the video because I'm not far enough in Steven Universe, but I hope they weren't saying like Steven Universe is getting hard to watch because this show's fucking cringe and oh man, I'm gonna make the big brain play of the day and say the show sucks because... Can I get a recap of that? Like, okay, fuck Steven Universe, like you get the thing, people shit on it for views, they're probably wrong, the show's good for the most part. I hope the video was saying it's getting hard to watch because the show is getting too real and emotional. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, can we see that again? Dude, it went... What? Why did it do that? Like, you're seeing the same things I am seeing, right? Like, we are aligned, yes? Why is it going up? Okay, so it can target me. It just rises until it decides where I am. Like, it's just more mysteries, Ocarina of Time. Wait, was that intentional gameplay? Like, I was supposed to hit the thing through the wall with like a spin attack or something? At least they're like acknowledging the weird tech you can do in this game and like making gameplay out of it, I guess. I think that's pretty much every room in Master Quest. It's always like some weird, like, there's always some weird shtick you never knew you could do, but you have to know you could do the weird trick to like pull off the puzzle, because that's how Master Quest designs shit. Like there's this one encounter in like the Fire Temple where you have to know you can hookshot onto those black torches, and you know, a normal player wouldn't know to do that, but you have to be a true master to overcome that puzzle. So says the GameCube description of Master Quest. I've always been a sucker for like these mirror light puzzles, but in the case of Ocarina of Time, once again, we've got an idea, but we're not actually like, you know, actually making a puzzle out of it. It's just kind of like, I see a thing, I interact with it, and that's it. I think Wind Waker had mirror puzzles. No, it definitely did. There's a mirror shield. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't remember if they were good. Because, like, it's fucking Wind Waker, dude. I know it's one of the last dungeons in the game, but, like, that game pretty famously babies you. I mean, I'm all for being babied if it's, like, you know, some cutie honey, like, letting me, like, lay on her lap or something. Why? Did the fucking, like did the fucking the Colossus giant woman just like make me horny or something? Like what's this about like cutie honeys and like laying on laps and shit? Like it's not Dark Tony who's coming out, it's Horny Tony who's coming out. Like here comes a new challenger. Oh man, we gotta destroy these emotions by like yeah, check this shit out. I don't know how you know how to do this, but it's the only thing left to do. So like you just have to mirror shield the face and it melts it for some reason. Maybe it's like a metaphor of some kind. Like the blinding light will destroy you, or fuck, I don't care, bro. Shut up. Here's a really cool cutscene. I'm gonna drink the lemonade and not try to like funnily counter the dialogue. Or they're doing the anime sister thing where like they say the person's name and then the other one says the other person's name. We should teach. I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm doing it. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson. Outrageous fellow. That is quite the descriptor of Link, hero of time. Outrageous fellow. This is probably like the best animation like in the game. It's like really good comedic timing. Yeah, that's so cool. How does it snap its fingers with like steel gauntlets on? Bitch, when you're this strong, you could probably do anything. Something's strange. This is not an ordinary enemy. Is this like another one of those like, be careful Link, it's not water situations? Like, what are you trying to tell me, Navi? It's not water. Ain't that cute? They like colored it different from the other ones. They've got like nice red pants. I think most of the Iron Knuckles had, like, you know, just like the gold trimming. This guy's got like the red trim. I think you could trim armor on RuneScape, but I never figured out how. It probably just costs a lot of money. So I guess this Gerudo here figured out the secret. Or maybe Ganon's milk mommies just like trimmed it for them. They've got like magic power, so they could probably do anything, right? Does this one have like more health or some shit? I guess I'm fine with that, because like, you know, innately satisfying, like overcoming a timing challenge. So, you know, even though that was pretty simple, because the threat was there of me getting knocked on my ass if a blow hit, like, you know, it was decent little gameplay. You know, not better than, say, a Stalfos encounter. Like, I like those guys. They like jump over you and shit, and they, you know, they guard you and shit. Like, those are probably one, you know, the best enemy type in the game, I feel. They're still not perfect, because like their shield is a little iffy. Like, just how well they guard you is dubious. Because like, I don't know, their shields are questionable, those hitboxes. Maybe we should brainwash her again. Oh man. Oh hey, it's the scene that was in the opening, but the camera angles are completely different, so it's not the same scene, like, at all. Almost like the scene in the title, on the title demo, was like, just that, a demo. And this was the real one, and they just like never changed the fucking one from the demo. It's just fascinating. Yo, this room looks fucking cool, dude. I've never walked like on the floor on like this side of the building, or of the room rather. So let's do it. This is a big room, dude. Like, what other rooms in OOT are this big and actually look cool? Because there's like a room that is probably bigger than this in the Fire Temple. The Fire Temple looks like dog shit and I hate it, so like, you know, I don't care. I think me and Jay have recently come around to OOT 3D. Like, you know, in some areas the lighting is worse, because, you know, the lighting in this game, you know, it's not like as prominent as MM, but sometimes the lighting of the N64 technology was like, it did create like an interesting vibe. Like the Shadow Temple, like on the boat ride and stuff. But like, yeah, OOT 3D, the Fire Temple, I would say looks better than the Fire Temple in this game, because they really crank up the red. Like it's just way more red, and like everything has this like reflective sheen to it. Like it's like the Water Temple, but it's like a Fire Temple, and it just looks better. Because like the dominant color of the Fire Temple in the original game is like brown, and it's just like icky, like it's just ugly looking, man. It just doesn't look as good. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't like acknowledge any Ganondorf's surrogate mother, Sorceress of Ice. She seems vulnerable to high temperature. They're both surrogate mothers then, right? I want to examine the other one, but like, I guess we're gonna have to do that again. Ganondorf's surrogate mother. Okay, so yeah, his milk mommies. surrogate mother. So that means they just like took care of him and weren't necessarily like the ones who birthed him, right? Who's getting into his actual mom? We ever gonna get a game about her? What if she's the evilest one of them all? Like you get some like big tittied evil bitch as the main villain, like it's Hyrule Warriors or some shit. Wouldn't that be Kino? Not actually. You ever play Hyrule Warriors? It's not that good. I mean, it's not bad for Dynasty Warriors standards, because like, you know, there's a lot of meat in that game. On the chest of the female characters and in the literal gameplay sense. Like, damn, another titty joke. We got them all tonight, dude. I'll be here for the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. This fight's not that long. Hold on, I got itch my nose. Okay, we're back. I remember ZFG, you know, the most legendary and prominent Zelda OOT speedrunner. He said something along the lines of Twinrova are the casual players' favorite boss, and the speedrunners' like least favorite boss. Because you know, you don't really have much control over like where, you know, they're going, and when they shoot out their fire or their, you know, just whatever attack they feel like shitting out. So like, you know, it is just random, but. You know, definitely not a knock, I would say, because I don't think you should design a game with the intent of it being like perfect to like speedrun, because speedrunning is inevitably like arbitrary anyway. So like, you know, you might as well just make the game whatever makes it the most interesting and like varied. So Twinrova is cool. I like this fight. Although, I'm having a little trouble right now. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? I can't reflect that. I'm not even facing the right way. There's probably like a trick to like keep them in place. I think if you like try to shoot at one, they like do like a stance. So like they like feign like a dodge. Yeah, they do like the Phantom Ganon thing. But I think if you use a hook shot, you don't have to waste any ammo. So like the trick is to like keep one of them in frame. Yeah, like that. And then you just let loose with your mighty load all over these fucking however old these chicks are. So are these ladies part of the harem too? Oh man, I can only imagine the gross ass hentai there is of these chicks. Ugh, give me shivers. Although they're gonna turn into like a sexy babe in like a bit, because that's like their fucking like Wonder Twins fusion power. Like they're not so old and decrepit anymore. Now they're bangable. Oh what? You don't believe me? You'll see. It's like some game over grunty shit. Like get ready. Okay. This is seriously like the most thought I've had to like put into a fight. Like wild. Remember Volvagia? That shit sucked, dude. No, I take that back. Remember fucking Morpha? That shit sucked. What was worse than that? Best... Yeah, let's get serious now. Oh, okay, Kume. Kotake and Kum's double dynamite attack. Hey, you know what the first letters of, like, double dynamite are? Like... DD, like double D, baby, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, ooh-wee. Let's wrap this up. This is the combined form of Kotake and Kum, or Koma, or I don't fucking know. Turn their magic attack back at them. Oh, I will. And, this fight is, well, I don't know if it gets better than this, but, like, so far, like, less interesting than the first form somehow. Oh, better mute your game. Check this shit out. Ooh. The sexy babe is moaning. I wonder who in the office they got to make those sounds. You think it was like a real voice actor or something? Because like, the person who voices like Navi and Link are like, she's fucking laughing at me. Then that was like the Ojo-sama laugh, where it's like you put your hand over your mouth and it's like, oh, ho, ho, ho. Like they're just fucking laughing it up, like making this fucking shit show. What a bunch of charmers. Oh wait, that's the right one I need to. Yeah, so the fight gets good now because you have to kind of like, you know, dodge the incorrect attack. Like, see, she shot out fire. And I need to like hold my charge of ice. Because it'll feel better when I let loose after so long, right? What the? Yeah. But yeah, I think it's like a quirk of the programming in that like, the minute the fight starts, she always shoots out the first, like, she shoots out the same load like 3 times in a row, which kind of is like, you know, boring. It really should just be random from the get-go, you know, much to the chagrin of the speedrunners. But like, you know, it's not really like the point of the fight doesn't reveal itself until you've like already like fucking like hit her like once, and that's kind of weak. Cause like I assume we're doing the rule of thirds thing, and after I hit her one more time, the fight's over. So like it's kind of a waste for you to like do like a quarter of the fight, like not even like understanding it. The game is just giving you a free hit basically, and this is supposed to be like the end game, dude. Like give me a challenge, you know? Yeah, see, it's over now. But yeah, Link and Navi's voice actors are like actual like voice actors and shit. Like, you know, Mami Tomoe and fucking, I forget what other roles Link's voice has done, but he's like a fucking like, he's done a lot of shit. So like, are all the other voice actors like fucking like anime stars and shit? Like, are they not just like people they found in the office and were like, hey, can you like moan into the microphone for me? Like, because that'd be a funny reality to imagine. Oh yeah, here's Witch's favorite cutscene in the game, I think.
You must have gone senile. We're called senile. That text had an extra space. None of this is properly centered. Oh man.
Maybe the text being off-centered is supposed to articulate, you know, these fucking chicks are crazy and they're dying and I'll come back to haunt you. The text was like black there. I don't think the game's done that before. Doesn't the game usually do the boss victory cutscenes in like a cutscene? Yeah, it was just me walking around there. Unique. So yeah, that was Spirit Temple. Pretty much just a straight shot through to the end, but the room-to-room challenges were like decent enough for like OoT standards. So like, I'm gonna say I liked it more than the Fire Temple, because dude, I just really didn't like the Fire Temple, dude. It was like, you know, the first 3 dungeons are like the only ones that adhere to that like puzzle box like philosophy, where like it's, you know, a bunch of rooms all over the place. I think the Shadow and the Spirit Temple are kind of just straightforward. But like, dude, the Fire Temple was just so bad, man. Even though it was the kind of dungeon design I really dig, the way they did it, kind of weak. Remember the fucking fire maze room? Like, wow, some gameplay there. Yeah, thank you. Look what the little kid has become in the past 7 years, a competent swordsman. Baby, is that all I've become? By the way. So yeah, Naburu is a character and she's like talking to us now, even though we knew her for all of like 2 minutes. Isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be the Sage of Spirit? You know, it's really not that funny, Naburu. You know how many characters are in this game? Who the fuck else could be the Sage of Spirit? If it was like Cuckoo Lady or like Bombshoe Bowling Alley Lady, I'd fucking like go apeshit, like when people reacted to Joker getting put into Smash Bros. But like Naburu being the Sage, like, it's like Byleth getting announced into Smash Bros. Like, that's cool, I guess. Wow, real topical meme, right? Byleth just got announced recently, and I'm talking about it. If fucking aliens dig up this video in 100 years, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is Blythe? And why were people mad at him getting added to Super Smash Sisters? Oh, here's a really potent line. If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. Damn! Everyone in Hyrule wants to suck my dick. I should have kept the promise I made back then. What the fuck, bro? You would have waited for him? Like that Princess and the Frog scene where like the real princess is like dancing with like the little 8-year-old, and she's like, I've waited this long. I mean, I guess Adult Link is kind of a package worth waiting for. Like, look at this guy. Look at that nose. I could open boxes with that schnoz. So yeah, there we go. One more. Shadow Temple. Surprised I pulled that off. I was expecting to just like do bullshit this video, but we did it. And yeah, I guess we'll just call it here. Yeah, see you next time. I can't think of one final horny joke to make.